Episode 55C. ROSUP Analysis. Cold areas of the U.S., such as Wisconsin, are areas where more thought has to be put into moving home heating from natural gas to electrification using the new heat pumps that theoretically can continue to work at low temperatures. Anyone who has lived through a cold Wisconsin winter knows that there is no margin for error in home heating, and if that means natural gas furnaces must remain as a backup, so be it. Natural gas is a fossil fuel. But the fossil fuel coal and the non-fossil fuel wood and even a certified wood stove, when wood is burned residentially, produce more than 450 times the particulates than a natural gas furnace. This article even states the switch from natural gas to a heat pump will often save money, but the amounts saved vary by location. In bitterly cold areas, homeowners may also require a backup source of heat that costs more. According to this article, are there bargains on installing a heat pump that works at low temperatures, in addition to keeping a natural gas furnace as backup in Wisconsin? The Inflation Reduction Act has offered $2,000 tax credits for heat pumps and will soon add upfront rebates for low-income households. According to this article, are there ways to electrify Wisconsin homes in order for heat pumps to function that are cost-effective? To zero out carbon pollution, every home currently heated by natural gas needs to be moved over to electricity. And the electricity grid also needs to be shifted to cleaner sources such as wind, solar, and geothermal energy. In Wisconsin, according to the article, in rural areas, moving away from fuel oil and propane will also save cash. According to the nonprofit Rewiring America, homes currently heated by fuel oil will save, on average, $949 per year by transitioning to an electric heat pump. Those heated by propane will save around $680 a year. Unfortunately, if natural gas lines in cold rural areas are difficult or expensive to install, fuel oil or propane may have to be retained as a backup. The maps of wood smoke use are the most troubling and disturbing for residents against wood smoke emission particulates. rawsepresidents.wordpress.com has downloadable PDFs of URLs of news and research articles, with 10-minute videos on TikTok and YouTube and 30-minute podcasts on Spotify and Podbean. It is disturbing to see that large areas of the United States, the most prosperous nation in the world, choose to burn wood for heat, exposing themselves and their neighbors a form of heat that has 90% of emissions in the form of particulates of 2.5 micrometer size, PM 2.5, the perfect size to infiltrate the human lung, producing a cascade of human health problems and early deaths. Much wood burning is done in affluent neighborhoods where fireplaces are built in the ignorant belief that wood burning pollution, because it is not fossil fuel pollution, is not harmful to human health, or that ambience and the hobby of wood burning is more important than human health. Areas which are not cold parts of the United States, California and New Mexico in particular, practice wood burning, although their weather is very conducive to using heat pumps and electrification from solar and wind. Sometimes the analogy of mothers against drunk driving, MADD, with residents against wood smoke emission particulates, ROSUP or RAWSE presidents, is especially apartment. An education campaign and nationwide laws against both practices, drunk driving and residential wood burning, were and are necessary in order to protect human beings and their neighbors from their own worst impulses. Individuals need to take responsibility for their own role in PM 2.5 pollution. Laws should be passed against residential wood burning that pollutes and affects the health and lives of near neighbors. Those laws should be enforced by use of PM 2.5 monitors put in the homes of near neighbors of residential wood burners. This hyper-localized PM 2.5 data from Purple Air PM 2.5 monitors available for less than $300, and hopefully subsidized to residents in the near future by the government for this purpose, post data every 10 minutes on the Purple Air online map and the US AirNow map of fire and smoke. That PM 2.5 data is available to the general public and government officials 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, so that weekend and overnight data can be downloaded by government officials and used to enforce regulations and shut down residential wood burning during normal government working hours, without having to enter the residence of a wood burner. The United States government is taking steps toward better regulation and enforcement of laws against PM 2.5 polluting residential wood burning. The Environmental Protection Agency, EPA, is working toward lowering the PM 2.5 daily safe limit to 8 micrometers per meter cubed, down from 12, and working toward lowering the daily spike PM 2.5 daily safe limit to 25 micrometers per meter cubed, down from 35. EPA public hearings were held on this subject on February 21, 22, and 23, 2023. The Office of Inspector General, OIG, considered the watchdog of the EPA, wrote a report to the EPA on February 28, 2023, stating that the current certification of wood stoves by the EPA is deeply flawed and produces wood stoves still being sold that are certified but remain highly polluting. The American Lung Association's view is that any amount of PM 2.5 causes harm to human health. U.S. scientists in 2020 sent a letter to the U.S. Congress decrying the idea that wood burning is carbon neutral. The European Union in 2022 stopped subsidies for many kinds of biomass, wood, burning. In London, England, and in other parts of England, residential wood burning surpasses traffic emissions as a source of PM 2.5 pollution, and the London mayor has endorsed a plan to effectively ban wood burning in London. These examples should be looked to by the United States, the wealthiest and most resourceful country in the world, to solve a hyperpolarized but very real sources of pollution that harms human health, residential wood burning. Concern about the environment spans political parties, and Rosette believes that if cost-effective solutions to stop burning wood for heat are available, it will not matter if the recipient is Republican or Democrat. Practicality, and when the truth about the health effects of residential wood burning has been adequately publicized, concern about their own health will incline Americans of all stripes to choose not to burn wood for residential heat, or choose not to break any law against polluting. Residential wood burning. The words fossil fuel trip off the tongue, but the equal or greater threat hyperlocally to human health is residential wood burning, burning of a non-fossil fuel, which is not carbon neutral.